Hey there everyone, it's time for the next episode of Harsh Reviews. This is the series where I go through games that I played in my past, whether good or bad, and determine whether I still like them or if I still hate them, or maybe vice versa. Of course, while also trying to be as harsh as I can. I'm not going to keep you guys waiting too much longer, so the game that we're going to be talking about for today is Super Mario 64. Growing up, I played a bunch of Sunshine and of course the Galaxies, but I never really played Mario 64 until about a few years ago. So unlike the other 3D Marios, this game I really don't have too much nostalgia for. Anyway, the way that I'll be ranking this game will be the collectibles, locations, controls, power-ups, and music. As we go through each section, I'll explain how the ratings work for each. Also, if you do enjoy the video, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. But with that being said, let's get into the harsh review for Super Mario 64. The first thing that we're going to be talking about are the collectibles. This game has 120 stars to collect, and each one will be able to get 1 point each, just so long as they aren't boring, incredibly easy to get, or very frustrating to where you dread having to even get it. Stars that definitely won't be getting points are the ones like the Toads that, you just walk up to and he gives you the star. Or the ones that are incredibly annoying, like where you have to ride the carpets in Rainbow Ride and it takes 10 years to reach your location. Also, I don't like getting 100 coins for the most part, but I don't think there's too many annoying ones in this game. So, for Mario 64, the collectibles section will be getting 108 out of 120 points. There's not too many stars that are annoying to get or are as simple as just walk up to a Toad and get the star. A lot of them are actually pretty enjoyable to find and get. The second thing that we'll be talking about are the locations. The locations that I'll be including are the 15 courses and the areas outside of them that give you stars as well. Places that won't be included are those like the Metal Cap area, since it's part of the world already. Each area will get a score out of 5, so let's get started on those. In the 1 out of 5 tier, I have Wing Mario Over the Rainbow and Rainbow Ride. In the 2 out of 5 tier, I have Tower of the Wing Cap, Vanish Cap Under the Moat, and the Secret Aquarium. In the 3 out of 5 tier, I have Jolly Roger Bay, Dire Dire Docks, Wet Dry World, Bowser in the Dark World, Bowser in the Fire Sea, Tiny Huge Island, Snowman's Land, Shifting Sand Land, and Hazy Maze Cave. In the 4 out of 5 tier, I have the Princess's Secret Slide, Bowser in the Sky, Tall Tall Mountain, Big Boo's Haunt, and Tick Tock Hop. And in the 5 out of 5 tier, I have Baba Battlefield, Cool Cool Mountain, Lethal Lava Land, and Womp's Fortress. Now, these rankings are mainly based on how much I enjoy going through each area to get the stars. It's not just entirely based on the stars inside them themselves. Also, if the layout was just overall enjoyable and didn't have things like carpets everywhere to where you'd have to do a bunch of waiting, then they're good. Overall, the score for the location section is 75 out of 115. The third thing that we'll be talking about are the controls, which can get up to 25 points. I'll be taking a look at how Mario controls without any power-ups and just what he offers as moves that you can do in general. This was, however, his first time being fully controllable in 3D, and he has your normal run and jump, but he also has a triple jump, side jump, backflip, long jump, dive, ground pound, punch, jump kick, and wall kick. For his first 3D game, he has a good amount of moves, but there are times where I try to pull off certain moves and they just don't end up working as you would expect it. There's also a camera that you can control for the first time in a Mario game, and it's okay to move around when you need it to, but it's definitely a little bit janky since it is the first one. I don't love the controls in the game, but they definitely aren't horrible either. They get the controls down much better as the 3D Marios go on, so I'm going to give this section a 17 out of 25. The fourth thing we're going to be talking about are the power-ups, and this section can get up to 10 points. So in this game, there's not your usual set of power-ups like the Fire Flower or the Invincible Star. Instead, we have 3 of them, being the Wing Cap, Invisible Cap, and Metal Cap. First off, the Wing Cap is definitely fun to use once you know how to use it, But if you don't, it can be a little frustrating when you end up missing coins by the smallest of margins. Next up, we have the invisible cap, which does exactly what it says. It's really only used for a couple of instances though, when you need to get into some sort of caged area, or the one instance where you need to use it to be able to get into the eye in Big Boo's haunt. Other than that, they really don't use it too much. And the last one, of course, is the metal cap. This power-up allows you to go through most, if not all, of your enemies without getting hurt, but of course you can get stunned a little bit. This is also used to press buttons that you normally wouldn't be able to, go into whirlpools, and then go into gas without getting poisoned. So there's really not a lot of power-ups, and of the ones that Mario 64 has, the one that I really enjoy using the most would be Wing Cap. The other ones I'm not really the highest on. So for this section, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. And the last thing we'll be talking about today is the music, which can get a total of 20 points. There are a lot of good songs in this game, like the main theme. Snow Mountain. Slider. And Koopa's Road. But the one thing that the music falls flat in is almost every song in this game is used in multiple areas. The only 2 songs that are used for courses that are used in its specific area are the ones in Big Boo's haunt and inside the castle walls. Aside from those, you're going to hear songs in multiple areas. I wouldn't mind it if it happened with 1 or 2 songs, but when it's all but 2, it's a little bit of an issue because then the songs can end up becoming repetitive. So as much as I'd love to give this section a ton of points, if not all of the points because I love almost every song in this game, I'm gonna have to give it a score of 13 out of 20 just because of that repetition. Alright, now let's see what the final score will be. The overall score of this game is 217 out of 290 points, which when brought to a score of 10 is 7.5 out of 10. It's a fun game to play, and while it's not the best, I think it holds up decently well from when it first came out. Sure, some things can be a little annoying about the game, but overall, a very fun time to be had. Now moving over to the tier list, this game is going to be going right above Mario Galaxy 1 in C tier. So like I said earlier, if you do enjoy the video and you aren't subscribed already, please consider, it would help me a ton. Either way, thank you for watching, I hope you all enjoyed, and hope to see you all in the next one.